Building a sisterhood, one trip at a time. What inspired a mission that is taking her to all 50 states? And then later, we're keeping the good vibes going with The Office star Rainn Wilson. Back now with our series, Sisterhood and a Woman on a Mission. Sherry Lead is a mindset coach, author, and friendship expert. I like that, a friendship expert. And she's putting that last title to the test in a big way.
Like many of us, Sherry Lead is holding true to her New Year's resolution to meet 50 women in all 50 states.
The adventure begins.
Her goal is simple: to find the things that unite us in an increasingly divided world. Sherry didn't travel much as a child. Her Japanese-American parents were interned during World War II and came to believe they would not be welcome while traveling in the U.S. It wasn't until Sherry was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017 that she made it her mission to live purposefully. This January, she hit the road with plans to meet 50 women.
Exhale at the top and squeeze. Yes.
Some complete strangers.
Yeah.
Others, former connections. Each visit includes these women sharing their lives and incredible words of wisdom. With 15 states down, Sherry is just getting started.
I love that, and Sherry is with us now. Good morning to you.
Hi, Sherry.
Good morning. Oh, I love New York. I'm so excited.
Oh, we're happy you're here. I talked a little bit about it in that piece, but you call it the 50 States Project. Talk about why you wanted to take this on.
Yeah, well, I want to see the world differently. And as mentioned, my parents, I'm adopted, but my parents who adopted me were interned during World War II. So I grew up not traveling and also believing that, you know, the entire U.S. was not open to me. So I want to change that belief and believe everything's available to me and
Good
see
for
the world
you.
differently.
That's
great.
All right. So New York State is your 16th state. Who are you going to be meeting up with here?
So I'm meeting a woman that I met in 1987. So these women, all 50 women, are either women I don't know at all or I've had very little contact with in the last 35 years or so. So this woman, we didn't go to high school with each other, but we were in high school when we met.
So how do you decide who you're going to meet when you come to each state?
Well, so I received 27 on my own, and a lot of these women were women that I worked with but never met in person. And then I reached out to friends and asked them for help. They set me up with connections. And then lastly, I went on LinkedIn and looked for people, and then I would send them all my information. So I had no specific criteria other than they communicate well with me because I'm flying out to meet them.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
I love this idea, and I'm sure you went into it thinking, you know, things would go a certain way. But tell us about some of the lessons you've learned and what perhaps went a little differently than you thought.
Yeah, so it's constantly evolving as I go along. I realize this project is becoming even bigger than me. But for instance, I went to Arizona and met a woman in Arizona, Anna, who introduced me to her friends, and one of her friends was 93-year-old Betty. And Betty constantly makes friends. I found out in Arizona, they call walking hiking. I call it walking, but apparently she lives at the top of a hill, so people hike up past her house.
Okay.
She has a group of middle-aged men that come and have coffee with her every day because she invited them in, or not every day, but every time they walk, and because she invited them in. And she's constantly making friends even at her age. And it made me think that perhaps that's the secret of getting older. It's not that you get older and you lose friends, but you get older and you have more time to make friends.
So
Lessons like that.
I understand that this project has also really sort of forced you to come out of your comfort zone in some other ways, including singing in public for the first time.
Yes, so
How'd that
so I'm a self-described tone-deaf person, but I did learn that I'm not tone-deaf. The woman I met in California owns a music school. She is professionally trained. She said, let me give you a voice lesson when you get here. And so she had music ready, and I said, well, you know, I just want to learn how to sing Happy Birthday. I've never sang Happy Birthday out loud. Really?
I'm so bad at it.
Well, so even my kids' birthdays growing up, I tell someone, you started, and I lip-sync Happy Birthday to my own children. So I'm in her place. We recorded, I learned to sing Happy Birthday, you know. I'm probably a little pitchy, but I sang it. 3 weeks later, I'm at a restaurant with two girlfriends, one girlfriend's birthday. They bring the cake out, and I sing Happy Birthday out loud. I mean, it wasn't like screaming it really loud. But you know what? It gave me so much joy. I almost got emotional. I didn't realize how joyful it would feel to sing Happy Birthday to a friend.
And it's all from just the power of connecting with people all around the country. It's beautiful. Sherry, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's a good lesson for all of us, too.
Yeah,
thank
really
you.
Thank
Good luck.
you. Oh, yes.
Well, coming up next, we're going to get together.